and gentlemen, and welcome to PsychSec. Can I answer any questions?
What is it all about?
Well, we're a company that produces 100% organic human sleeves. You're probably wondering what's a human sleeve. Well, if you gather around, I can let you know what we do here in full details. So here at PsychSec, we've been able to achieve true immortality by taking your human consciousness and storing it on a device called a cortical stack. It's implanted in the base of your neck, and it collects and stores everything that makes you you. Every memory, every emotion, every sensation, everything you've ever experienced gets stored on this little device. You can see it here on this screen that's about to come up. You guys just follow me. All the information is stored on this device and can be digitally transferred from one sleeve that you're currently occupying into the sleeve of your choosing.
You guys want to add it right over there for us to
Give you a little bit more information.
Awesome.
So this is our cortical stack device. It's a small device, like as I said before, that's implanted in the base of the neck. It's a small incision, and it records everything that you've ever experienced in your life, from when you were a child to now. And we store it in a file called DHF, which is the digital human freight. Everything that makes you you is on this device. Now, all that information can be transferred over from the sleeve that you're currently occupying into the sleeve of your choosing. Now, the sleeve of your choosing can be designed so if you like blue eyes instead of brown eyes, if you like those rock hard abs but don't want to go to the gym for them, if you want to be taller, if you like to be darker, all these things can be achieved here at PsychSec. If you'd like to follow me, continue our tour. Yeah, I know. And just around this corner here is our final re-sleeving process. Come on in.
It's real.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
What up, y'all? This is Devin with Up TV, and do you want to live forever? I know a lot of us do. Dr. Ian Pearson told The Sun that he believes humans are very close to achieving immortality. If you are under 40 and you want to live forever, you will have the ability to do so as long as you can survive until the year 2050. Why 2050? Because in 2050, we will either have the medicine or the technology to allow people to live forever. Now, reading this article by The Sun, there are several different methods that they outline for how you could live forever. Method number one is probably the most reasonable method in my opinion, and it's basically by renewing your body. Now, Dr. Pearson told The Sun that there are quite a lot of people who are interested in living forever. He said there always has been, but the difference now is that tech is improving so quickly, lots of people believe that they can actually do it. He also reveals that one way to extend life would be to use biotechnologies and medicine to keep renewing the body and rejuvenating it. No one wants to live forever at 95 years old, but if you could rejuvenate the body to 29 or 30, you might want to do that. And that sounds good in hindsight. You know, it's like, hey, if I could use biotechnologies to renew my body back to 29, that would be freaking awesome. And I'm sitting here, I'm 90 years old, and I can go back to 29 years old. That would be incredible right there. That is probably the most reasonable method that is listed in this article as a way to live forever. But as you keep reading this article, it gets worse and worse in my opinion. And so method number two will require for us to live inside of android bodies. And if you ask my personal opinion, I think this is exactly the way that we're gonna end up going. I feel like they don't want to rejuvenate us and make us young again. They'd rather put us into machines. They already want us to be machine-like anyways. And this is definitely the same conspiracy, the same agenda of transhumanism that is taking place. And many will argue that it's not even a conspiracy. Transhumanism is very real. It's very out there in the open. You can research it, and they'll tell you this is exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to merge man with machine. And, you know, of course, they want us to be merged with machine. They already treat us that way anyways, like we're robots. You know what I mean? And it's reflected by anywhere you go in society. They want everybody to be the same. And how do they achieve that? By making you robot-like, or literally making you a robot, uploading your consciousness to a robot. Now, Dr. Pearson seems to also agree with what I just said, because according to The Sun, Dr. Pearson thinks it's much more likely that we'll extend our lives in a different way, and that different way is robots. Now, he goes on to explain that a long time before we get to fix our bodies and rejuvenate it every time we feel like it, we'll be able to link our minds to the machine world. So we'll effectively be living in the cloud. Our mind, our consciousness will be uploaded to a cloud. He said the mind will basically be in the cloud and be able to use any android that you feel like to inhabit the real world. He says that in 50 years time, we might be able to hire an android anywhere in the world. And you can upload your consciousness to it. If you wanted to, you can spend the evening in Australia going to the Sydney Opera House, or you can use an android. This means that even when your original body dies, you still be able to use your digital mind stored on a computer and live in the world using highly realistic robot bodies. Man, that's incredible. But that is definitely something that I will be totally opposed to. I think if we come to the point to where we have to be, in order to live forever, we have to upload our consciousness to a robot, I'd rather die. I'd rather not live forever, personally. I'd rather die. The problem with living forever and implementing the idea of living forever into society is that, you know, they may force you to live forever even when you don't want to live forever, and they may actually consider you to be mentally ill if you want to live a natural life and die like natural humans actually do die. You know, they'll consider it's like being suicidal. You have a mental illness, something is wrong with you. They'll call it depression or whatever, you know, but they'll put a label on you and say something is wrong with this person because this person does not want to live forever. This person wants to die, and there's something mentally wrong with that. Because really they want to trap you into their hell. And that brings me on to method 3, living in a virtual world. Okay, that is exactly where I think we're gonna go shortly after they accomplish the ability to upload your consciousness to robots. Is they're gonna start uploading your consciousness into the virtual worlds. And actually, there's also a chance that this may come first. And Dr. Pearson goes on to say, but if our minds are online, do we even need robots? We could all just live in a computer simulation quite happily, you know. And what is that? We call that the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, right now for me, the Matrix is already deep enough as it is. I don't need to literally be inside of the Matrix, inside of a virtual body, living in a fake virtual world that they can turn into whatever they want to turn it into whenever they feel like it. You know, they can turn it into a living hell whenever they feel like it. You know, so he says, you know, they're going to market this as a good thing. They're going to, when this technology comes out, oh, it's going to be marketed so well, people are going to run to do this quickly, because nobody really truly wants to die, you know. But at the end of the day, we're meant to die. We're meant to go on. There's only one person who can bless you with eternal life, and that is the Lord. Okay, y'all better recognize God is the only one. That is his promise to you. He'll give you eternal life. Don't let these people be your God and give you this false or this fake eternal life. But he says you can spend most of your time online in the virtual world, of course, anywhere in the world or on any computer. He said if you're online all the time, you could have a fantastic life online. It would be all virtual, so you could have anything you want. 72 virgins, if that's what drives you. All of that because it's totally imaginary. Wow. 72 if you wanted 72 virgins, you can have 72 virgins. This is how they're going to market it to you. You'd be able to do whatever you want. It's a made up world. You know what I mean? Live forever, happily forever in paradise inside of our virtual world. Now, what's funny about this, and I'm actually going to do a part 2 video to this video, but I definitely wanted to expose this article and break this down for you guys so you know what they're planning, because this is coming, okay? And right now they are using a show on Netflix called Altered Carbon, okay? And this show, I've only watched one episode of this show. I had a friend tell me about the whole season, and basically what she told me is that every single thing that is in this article pretty much actually takes place in the series. So you can actually, in the series, they can renew bodies, they can put you in an android body, they can put you into a virtual world, they can do all these different things, and they're even bringing back people who never wanted to be brought back, people who wanted to die. So they're forcing people to live forever, not to mention clones. So I'm definitely gonna do a part 2 on this video, because I want to do a breakdown of that series and what they're putting in that series, because it's just funny that I read this article and then I spoke to a friend who was watching this show that totally aligned with everything that is going on and what they're saying is going to happen here in 2050. That's not far away, people. So we're not very far away from this actually happening, and I'm wondering if the show Altered Carbon is actually made to be predictive programming, so there won't be as much shock to people when this technology actually comes out, and when they start implementing these Orwellian rules, forcing people to stay alive, you know, against your own will. You know, even if you want to die, you want to live a natural life, you want to live and die, they force you to stay alive. They, you know, to use you for whatever the fuck they want to use you for. So y'all keep an eye out for that video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. Click that bell so you get notifications. Subscribe to the first Up TV channel. If you're only subscribed to Up TV 2, go subscribe to Up TV. But other than that, that's all I have for y'all today. This is Devin with Up TV 2, and I'll holla at y'all later. Peace. Thank you for watching Up TV 2. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to Up TV 2 and Up TV, or watch one of these great videos here and enjoy. Peace.